Mic check 1 2 1 2. What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Tank be chopping, and I'm back with another haircut tutorial. Alright guys, what we gonna be doing on this cut is a mid fade with a comb over on top. We are gonna be trimming the top slightly. As y'all can see, he did have like a mohawk burst fade going, but we're gonna get rid of that. We're just gonna do a regular mid fade. So I'm gonna start off with my number 4 guard on my limited edition Low Pro FX from Babyliss, and I'm just taking that 4 guard, basically debulking the sides, floating into the length on top. Now I am gonna trim the top later on. Normally 9 times out of 10 I trim the top first, but I just decided to debulk the sides on this particular haircut, just for whatever reason. There was no particular reason. I just decided to do that first. So I'm going over the sides with my number 4 guard. And then on the left side of the haircut right here, he was doing a hard part and he was getting it short all the way to the part, but they decided not to put the hard part in anymore. They didn't want that line in there, and they didn't want it too short all the way to the top. So what I'm doing here is I'm using that number 4 guard basically to fade into that top a little bit. It is still going to be semi disconnected, but it's all good. It looks better than what it did originally. But now I'm taking my number 3 guard and I'm coming right below what I did earlier with that number 4 guard. Still using a slight flick out motion, really trying to fade this 3 into that number 4. That way it makes this fade easier for me. And as you can see, we're doing the same exact thing on this side of the haircut also. Now that that is done, I'm gonna go ahead and trim the top of my client's head. As you can see, it's already saturated, and I'm just coming back section by section, taking off about 3/4 of an inch or so, and I'm gonna do this all over the top. Now sometimes I like to set my guidelines coming forward first, but I just decided to do it this way. Sometimes kids, they're not as patient, and they don't sit as still as sometimes as grown men can sit. So I did it this way because it's easier for me and it's quicker for me. And then once I get closer to the side area, to that parietal ridge, I am cutting the hair at an angle, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? I really can't explain what I mean, but as y'all can see, my fingers are angled down towards that parietal ridge, just so it makes it easier to fade in. And now I'm going back into the center of my client's hair, not getting rid of the rest of the hair, but making sure all that is trimmed down to that length. Alright, so now that that is done, I'm gonna go ahead and set in my initial bald guideline with my clipper. Sometimes I go in with my trimmer, but I just been doing haircuts a little differently, trying to give y'all different content. So I decided to go in with my clipper closed first, and now I'm gonna go in with my clipper all the way open, setting in a section. Like I said, I'm coming up about 3/4 of an inch or so, using a slight flick out motion, and then I'm gonna blend this section out. So as you can see, I did want to raise up that line a little bit, so I raised it up, and then I'm gonna close my lever little by little. So I'm gonna close it halfway, come halfway into this section, as you see me doing here. Then I'm gonna close it 1 notch, come right below that, and then I'm gonna close it all the way and start attacking that bottom line just to get that blend to come together. Now here is my 1 guard lever all the way open, setting in another section. Same thing, guys, about 3/4 of an inch or so, using a slight flick out motion. And then I'm gonna close my lever all the way and try to attack that bottom line. And I know this isn't gonna get that line out completely. I know I'm gonna have to go in with my half guard, so I'm not really worried about it erasing that line. I'm just trying to soften that line up. That way when I do come in with my half guard, it makes it easier to take out. And that's what I'm doing here. This is my half guard. Now I'm going in with my lever all the way open, and I'm just gonna adjust my lever closed, notch by notch, little by little. And you don't necessarily always have to go with the lever all the way closed, so I just adjust it as needed, basically until that line comes out. So different hair textures and different style of hair will fade in differently, so just pay attention to what the hair is doing. So now this is my 1.5 guard lever open, and now I'm really trying to fade into the top. As you can see, I am at about that parietal ridge area. So I'm flicking into the hair, flicking into the work that I did earlier with my lever open, and then I closed my lever and came right below that. And now I'm going in with my 3 guard one more time, just going over what I did, retracing my steps, just making sure that it's nice. I'm being nice and consistent with it. And really just doing a little more fade work, you know what I'm saying? Just trying to get rid of some discrepancies in the top of this blend. And now that that is done, I'm gonna go in with my 2 guard lever open, and then I'm gonna close my lever and come right below that. So I'm basically just sandwiching the blend now. And now I'm going back in with my 1.5 guard, adjusting my lever as needed, doing what I gotta do to get this part of the blend to come together. And now here is my 1 guard. lever open at first, and then I'm gonna adjust my lever as needed. Use some corner blending. You know, these are all detailing techniques, and you can attack this however you want. You can keep your clipper flat on your client's head if you like, but I like to use the corner because I feel that it's a little more precise sometimes, and sometimes there's like one little area that I need to take care of, so I go in with the corner of my blade. Now I'm going in with my half guard. And I'm doing the same thing, guys, just attacking these dark areas, just touching at these areas that I feel need to come together a little more, adjusting my lever as needed to get this blend to come together. And as y'all can see, the blend's coming together. It's not 100% there yet, but it's better than it was, you know, a couple minutes ago. And now I'm going back in with my clipper, no guard, just gonna be adjusting my lever, doing some slight lever play, some corner blending, using them detailing techniques that I talk about a lot just to get this blend to come together. And remember, guys, when it comes to detailing, you can be as detailed as you want. You don't have to go through all these steps. You can just use the guards that you feel are necessary. Sometimes I just like to basically redo all my steps again and attack certain areas, but it's not needed to do that. I just really try to give my clients a super clean haircut, so sometimes I find myself being too detailed, you know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, now I'm going in with my trimmer, getting rid of all this hair at the bottom, blending until what I did with my clipper closed. So I am using a slight flick out motion, just trying to make sure that I don't leave any harsh lines. Now I'm gonna get rid of all this hair at the bottom. And once this is done, I'm gonna go ahead and line up my client. You can do the razor after this part if you'd like, but I'm gonna go ahead and line him up since the trimmers are in my hand. And I'm gonna move my client's hair out of the way. You can use a hair clip, but the reason why I didn't is sometimes when I put hair clips on kids, they start to look in the mirror, see what it is. So I just comb it up or use my hands to get the hair out the way. And I start off in the middle of my client's forehead, and then I work my way over. So I'm working my way over to that vertical bar, and you will see me hit the vertical bar. However, you ain't gonna be able to see it because, you know, my arm be getting in the way. I need to find a better angle for that, but y'all know what I do when I do what I be doing, you know what I'm saying? Now we're gonna hit that C cup, give a nice curve, and y'all gonna see me go over this part a good amount of times. And the reason for that is I like to be really consistent and really sharp with it. Like if it doesn't look perfect the first time, I have to go over it a couple times before I get that look that I'm really looking for. Now I'm gonna go under everything I did with my shaver, flicking at it because I'm really not trying to create a line. It's gonna create a little line here in a minute, as you're gonna see, but I'm gonna show you how I got rid of that. So what I'm gonna be doing here is I'm actually gonna be coming down with the shaver. As y'all see here, I'm working the shaver down, and that helps soften this line up, and sometimes it can take that line out completely. And now I'm just gonna do some small detail work to get rid of any discrepancies that I do see. Hey, but that coming down with the shaver thing, that's, you know what I'm saying, that's a gem right there, man. Like, y'all should try that. If it's hard to get out that razor line, come down with the razor, you know what I'm saying, and that will help soften that up a lot. But like I said now, guys, I'm just doing some not razor work, doing some detail work. And just so y'all know, I did do some razor work on my client. However, I didn't record it. I just recorded the actual haircut and lineup for y'all. And now I'm going in with my one guard open. Is this open? I think it's open. But anyways, I'm going in with my one guard, just doing some detail work, you know what I'm saying? And then on this opposite side, he did want a line in it, so I'm gonna go ahead and put that line in with my low pro trimmers. And once again, guys, if you are interested in these low pro trimmers or clippers, you can go to the Babyliss Pro website and use my discount code TANK10. But I'm just gonna go over this line, you know, a good amount of times. I wanna make sure it's nice and sharp. But y'all check out that blend, man. Like, that blend is already looking good. I did hit all this with the razor. Like I said, I just didn't happen to record it. But nonetheless, here is how my boy came into the shop looking. As you can see, it's been about a week or so before he had a haircut. And this is the finished product. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this haircut in the comment section. If y'all like this video, please make sure to smash that like button. Also, if you're new to my channel, make sure and subscribe one time for your boy. And yeah, guys, if you want to purchase these tools from Babyliss, you can go to the Babyliss Pro website, babylesspro.com. You can use my discount code TANK10, save yourself a little bit of money. Let me know what y'all think about this haircut, man. If you want a haircut from your boy, you can go to my website, tankbchopping.com. You can book there. That's basically it, YouTube. I appreciate y'all for watching. Until next time, let's go. You.